Hi there, this is Bobby from Ragged Poet and I'm going to do an unboxing video for you. So I've got three things here, two decky items and one coffee item. That's not so much an unboxing as an unbagging, and I've already opened it, so it's a bit fake, but there we go. So what have we got? So the first thing is Wild Kopi Luwak. This is cat poo coffee from Indonesia, and my kid's dad brought it over when he came to visit from England last week, and I'd read about this on the internet on a group long before Instagram and YouTube. Must have been about 12 years ago. I was on a Mac users group, and we had lots of different conversations, and people started talking about this cat poo coffee. So my kid's dad stopped over in Jakarta, I think it was, and he bought me some to try. So it came in this kind of cute little bag, and then you get this pack inside. So I have tried it. It smells good, but it is actually ground beans, not powder. But I don't know if you can see. It's so fine. I'd only have a French press plunger thing at the moment. You really need to use it with a pour over filter paper coffee maker, I think. It has a kind of, I think it would be quite nice if it was made properly. It has a kind of slightly chocolatey smell to it. But as I said, because we didn't have the right materials to make it, just the coffee plunger, it was actually quite bitter and not very flavoursome. But it's probably, I think it's the most expensive coffee in the world. They call it cat poo coffee because I don't know if you can see, there's a picture of the animal on the label. But it's a bit of a blurry picture. It looks more like a raccoon than a cat, and it's actually called a civet. And what happens is the animal eats the coffee beans from the bush and then poos them out, and someone collects them. Don't ask me how they discovered it, but they did. And then they turn them into this coffee, and something about having been processed through the animal makes it less acidic or something, I'm not sure. And I suppose because it is kind of, I suppose, an animal product, it may not be very vegan, but this is Wild Kopi Luwak. It's from wild cats. I think now in Indonesia they actually have farms where they farm these animals and keep them in cages to produce the poo, which is a big no-no. So I'm not really pro this. I won't be buying any more. If it hadn't been wild, I would have been very anti, but it is the wild stuff. But you know, just something to show you. Wild Kopi Luwak, all the way from Indonesia. Okie dokie. Now the first unboxing is, okay, so this is the Arcana of Astrology, and it's from Black and the Moon. I'll put the link down below. It's a deck with 26 cards. It comes in this pretty bad box with a little see-through plastic bit at the front, but as you can see, the box was munted. It was actually squashed completely flat in the mail. It came in this just normal bag from the printer in Hong Kong. So I mean, if you value boxes, the cards are pretty safe. They're sealed again in plastic with inside the box, but the actual box is pretty pathetic. It reminds me of like those giant white Llewellyn boxes that they used to put in their card decks. Yeah, pretty pathetic. Doesn't do anything to protect the card deck. You'd be better off with a layer of bubble wrap. So these boxes, no, bad idea. But that's probably all the printer's offering. So the cards themselves, though, look stunning. Right, plastic off. See, the cards are already dimmed at the top, where the edge of the plastic was. But so this is the Arcana of Astrology. 26 cards. I'm not sure if that's an artist card or an extra card. And the card stock is kind of thin. So basically, you've got the signs of all of the signs of the zodiac. So the 12 signs of the zodiac. And then you've got the planet cards. So we've got Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Earth, the Sun, and then you've got the 4 moon phases, the first quarter, the last quarter, the full moon and the new moon. And this one is the artist card, and the artist is Claire Goodchild, who's the Black and the Moon. Although it's kind of quite flimsy and very easily damaged at the edges, I'm not happy about that. The card, the actual finish is stunning. I mean, they really slip and slide beautifully. It's just really lovely. And the illustrations are stunning too. They make beautiful altar display cards, I think. There's no instructions, no guidebook. You use them. You can use them for meditation, for journaling, for altar display. But they are, I think they're really beautiful. And the backs, apparently it's taken from a vintage book cover. So that's those. I am really not happy about that ding. But there we go. That's what you get with this horrible tight plastic wrapping. The machine just catches it, I think. So that's the Arcana of Astrology by Claire Goodchild from Black and the Moon, and it came out this year, and I just received it in the mail a couple of days ago. And I'll put that to one side. And in the next box, now this is the Spirit de la Lune Oracle, and I haven't looked at it yet at all. This is the straight opening the box. This is the tin. It's empty because the deck's not in it yet. So you get this gorgeous tin with the label on it. The label doesn't look like it would be waterproof. It's kind of just paper, but it's beautiful. And I'm not planning on going swimming with it. And here we have the deck all wrapped up. Round cards. There is a guidebook that's kind of pretty thick. And there's beautiful sparkles in the packaging, look at that. And there's also this little kind of velour-y, rubberized, you know, that fake velour pouch. It's pretty huge, so it'll fit the tin and the book in it. And then you get all the lovely sparkles. So you've got a set of cards, and there's 56 cards altogether. You've got 16 moondalas, which they're just beautiful. Look at them, the designs on them, and they've got keywords on: preparation, new growth, sharpen instincts. They're gorgeous. And then you've got 28 cards which represent all of the different moon phases. They're not all in order, these. And then you've got 12 cards of the zodiac. So there's all the moon phases. Aren't they gorgeous? Look. So that makes, 12 zodiac cards, 16 mandala cards, and 28 moon phase cards. And then you've got these 4 extra cards. One is the artist card, This is the 4 turnings of the moon with some keywords. That's the 4 elements with some keywords, and there is a moon blessing. So altogether you get 60 cards. These are the backs. The tin, the bag, and the guidebook. I'll look at this deck in more depth and give you a walkthrough. I'll just quickly, the cardstock is very similar to the previous deck I unboxed. It's very nice and slippery. I think the edges will be easily damaged, and it's quite thin. So I'm going to put that deck into its tin. Tin is a little bit big, but it's nice. The card should be quite safe in there. Put some glitter in there too. And the book is perfect bound. Lots of info on each card. Comes with a gorgeous card. May moonlight bless your path and your intuition guide you. So there's the back of the book. I can't wait to dive into this. It looks really, really beautiful. One thing I'd like to say is this deck here with 60 cards and the book, the tin, the bag, and this deck here with it was 26 cards. The difference in price was $8, $8 US, excluding shipping. Now that might make a huge difference for some people. I mean, we've been talking about the cost of self-published decks and everything like that. But to me, that doesn't really mean anything with these 2 decks. They both of the same kind of quality. I do think, as I said, as it's going to be a deck that maybe this deck's aren't really meant to be shuffled, but generally decks are. So I do think they need to work on the cardstock, the printer, and make it much more durable, because I just don't like that. But you can't really compare value in that way. I think they're both really beautifully done, and just the artwork is stunning, and artists don't earn hardly anything, I know myself. So, but I wanted to point out to you, this is where you have to decide, do you really want that, and then is it worth that amount to you? To me, both these decks are really worth what, I mean, they were gifts. The money was a gift, but they're definitely worth it. I could have gotten other decks, but to me, these are more valuable. I'm going to use and love these. So, but I just thought I'd tell you how different pricing is with this new kind of tarot third wave bandwagon, the divination thing. There's a lot of decks out there, and some of them are way more expensive, and to me the art is not original, not like these. I mean, these 2 decks are so original. The artists have both put a lot of work in, and from my unboxing I recommend them both. So there we go. I will be back with more in-depth review hopefully in the near future, and thanks for watching. Bye.